Well, hello again there, friends and fans. Raptor here, and welcome back to Belt Colony. This is a base building game, and part of Steam's base building event. I thought we'd play it again today, and not to mention that the developers are sponsoring today's episode as well, as we're going to continue to build and thrive and survive on this, well, asteroid belt colony. You get it, right? All right, anyway, check this one out with the link down below in the description. Otherwise, it's 30% off on Steam right now until the 30th of January, which is, I believe, when the Big O event for Steam ends. So keep in mind, all those base builders, including this one, are all on sale. Now, if you haven't seen this game before, essentially we are like a Marine, I think, who's retired, Space Marine, who's retired and now is mining asteroids for a megacorp, and right down there is our Big O base. Now, last time we played this, we dropped off quite a bit of materials, and we've got a lot of credits now, which is pretty sweet. So I'm going to go ahead and touch down here and walk into the base and show off a few things. Oh, let's see if we can actually, we'll coast. So last time we played this one, we built a little bit of a landing pad out here, which is something that will deliver and pick up more materials for us, and we can expand our base outside of what's built into this, I don't know, it's almost like the surface of the moon, really, with how it looks and how it feels. But again, we're on an asteroid or whatnot, so let's go ahead and drop in there. There's our drop-off for ore, and then, of course, our little landing pad, too. So if we go on inside, this is when we can go ahead and replenish our fuel and oxygen and a few other things. Let's go ahead and step in. There we go. No place like home. So we actually have magnetized boots on, as it said magnetizing there, and wow, this is like something out of Star Wars. I really appreciate the detail to, it almost looks like looking into a modern computer with the RGB going on. But, I mean, it's a little bit Star Trek, a little bit Star Wars with everything going on in this interior. Looks nice. But anyway, here's our base, and we can actually add on to this and do more. This is where we can buy and sell things, including our ore, but also buy materials to get more ore. We have like a little bunk bed here and, I don't know, a TV. I hope the stream would be on. And this seems to be like a shower or something like that. But anyway, pretty realistic with what you would have, a very small area for your habitat. But this is, of course, the ability for us to take control of everything and buy stuff. All right, so we can sell ore here. We can buy food, water, spacesuit upgrades. Last time we purchased a few upgrades, which allows us to carry more materials and travel further because we also have, I think, faster thrusters. But, of course, we also have more fuel and oxygen and suit integrity too, so we've basically upgraded all that stuff. We will have to buy some stuff every once in a while, including power, which is for the base, and that does mean that we'll have to buy a, I think we have solar panels, yeah. So we can actually buy those for like 2,000. We can buy 2 of those. We can also upgrade the storage. We can keep a lot of materials here at the base, and such as what you would do if you were farming, you can store all your ore until the price is much higher. So if we go to sell stuff, there's actually a market that will kind of you know, fluctuate from time to time. So if we go to sell our ore, we can actually, I think, take a look at the market somehow. There's a way to do that. I've forgotten, but yeah, there is a way where you want to buy it and sell at certain times. I should just say sell, because everything's usually the same price. So we can upgrade our station. We can upgrade our suit. As you can see, we've done that quite a bit of times before. And yeah, so we're going to do a station upgrade 2. We can actually expand this to a 2nd floor. So there's our building of our base. We can also buy a spaceship carryall. We can transport and deploy structures. It's a mobile resource drop point, so we can basically use it as a kind of like a forklift, or like a, I don't know, like a truck and trailer. We can get things around and ship them to where they have to go on our asteroid, and then basically build them that way. And then there's a few upgrades for it too, so we can buy stuff and then upgrade it. So lots of things to buy, lots of things to upgrade. We have an ore extractor too, which I think we can actually put that on a deposit, but I'm not exactly sure how it works just yet. These might be NA because we probably need the carry-all first, and then that'll be able to carry the heavy stuff like the ore and the volatiles, which I think is gases, possibly, so we'll be able to export some of that stuff too. So lots to do, and lots to buy, and lots to experiment with and see where we can actually, you know, find deposits and then see how far they are from the base. Now, I'm not sure if we can build a secondary base, but we can certainly transport ourselves around the map a lot faster than before, and especially if we have a vehicle to do that, that'll be cool too. Alright, let's actually head over to the ore collector and see if we got anything on us. I'm not actually sure if we can see if we have an inventory. Kind of forgotten that part, but this is the same exact base you may have remembered from our last episode, and yeah, looks like we got nothing on us, so let's go find some stuff. So our base is going to be directly behind us. We'll go east, so that means when we come home, we're going to go west. So now we can go a lot faster. You can see our speed increasing, and our altitude too. And we're just going to go look around. Now, there's things here like gold and copper, I think, iron, uranium. I'm not actually sure, but there's a lot of materials here. Not just like iron and not just like copper. So we'll go and try to find some of that stuff as we zip around a little bit. Alright, let's see if we can find some good loot and booty here. I pretty much did a good job of finding... Yeah, we're at maximum altitude now, so we can't go any higher. But I pretty much found everything around the HQ so far. Let's try to go a little further away. And that might be a... Actually, there's a probable rock over here. Oh, and some of these too. Alright, let's touch down and see what we can find. So we're trying to slow ourselves down a little bit. Oof, there we go. Yeah, if you touch down too fast, luckily the emergency thrusters will kick in. Technically we should be dead, but it's kind of hard to tell exactly how fast you're going. It does tell you speed and a bar, but not necessarily like an actual measurement, which is fine. Alright. Let's go ahead and mine some of this. What do we got here? Anything good? Nothing good here. But there could be some possibilities around. Let's see what we got for controls. This game also is playable with a... right now I'm playing with a mouse and keyboard, but it is playable with a gamepad. Although I prefer the controls on keyboard, but you might not mind the controls for a gamepad as well. Let's see. Ah, there's our controls. We have a light. There we go. We have R for use. We have our brake. Oh, okay, if we hold X, that'll bring us to a full stop, right? And H is for our help here. So, let's see. Left shift for modifier. So, essentially, if we get close to something useful, it should tell us. And our house is marked with the house symbol here. So, we know we got to go about north from our position now. Well, let's cruise around a little bit. So, good old-fashioned, you know, basic hunting and gathering, I suppose, for these minerals. We're not necessarily digging out the surface of the asteroid just yet, or of the belt, but eventually we can do that when we find more and more, well, materials to sell. Then we can get more and more equipment to go find good stuff. Let's see, that looks suspicious. Nothing here either. Let's see. Ah, there we go. We found something. That's what we're looking for right there. Alright, let's... Ooh, there's a couple of deposits. Alright. Let's go ahead and lower ourselves down. Oh, there's like... Oh, there's quite a few. Okay, we're good. Now, the only thing that's going to stop us here is the backpack capacity, so... Hopefully we can find something good. I think I can remember finding aluminum before. That's pretty good. Let's see. R to use. Ah, there we go. Hydrocarbon ore. That sounds pretty expensive. So first time playing in a little while, but it's starting to snap back to me right away. Hey, copper ore. Nice. Let's keep grabbing everything. Is there a side thruster? Oh, there is. Z and Charlie. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Alright, iron ore too. I'm not sure if we actually have a forge in order to, like, smelt things, but it would be cool to, instead of have ore, we eventually could, like, refine materials and sell them for a better price. Not sure if that's a thing yet, but oh, never mind. We don't need to refine gold in order for it to be expensive. Alright, let's grab whatever this is. More hydrocarbon. Oh, nice. Bigger rocks we actually get to use a tool on, otherwise we're just grabbing them and throwing them in our backpack. And I'm not sure if the backpack is full, but I'm going to go ahead and assume that it's about halfway, yeah. And that full is basically where the marker for integrity is. Now, oxygen's getting a little low, but it's a straight shot back to base, which is almost a kilometer away, wow. And what would be helpful here is to mark the map to where we could actually come back here later. Just like how we have our home marker, it'd be nice to be able to leave a beacon. Again, I'm not sure if we could get one of those, but we'll see what the ship will give us once we get back. But that's my goal today, is to try to buy the bigger ship. And then, of course, the trailer for this game actually shows large tunnels laid out to where we can eventually start walking around the planet. Oh, backpack's full. Planet, but I mean asteroid. So we can actually start walking around in an oxygen-rich environment. All right, let's try to get up to maximum speed. And that's about max. All right, cool. Let's float back to base. So for those of you who enjoy space simulators, mining simulators, or both, like I do, I certainly appreciate being able to go around and find stuff on the surface here. And I want to be able to dig down into the planet too, so I'm assuming that this game will eventually be developed to include more things, including vehicles, as there already are some here too. So a lot of potential here for an expansion beyond just the singular asteroid that we're on now, but quite possible we could fly to other places too. Alright. Let's go ahead and come to a stop. We're going to go right back down to our ore deposit. There we go. And perfect. Like a glove. Dropped off 19 units of ore. And by doing that, we've now replenished our fuel and oxygen. We can do it again. Alright, let's go back around the same place. Now, the base was about north, so we're just going to go south. And so ore, whenever we see it, will be clearly marked from a pretty good distance. I guess we have a scanner that can detect that. It looks like we also have like a... Well, the light is on our suit, which is pretty cool. That's bright enough to actually light up a majority of the little surface here of the asteroid. But we've got like a camera light on our head, too. It'd be cool in multiplayer to be able to see where a friend may be and work with others in order to try to mine together. Alright, so we had to go about a kilometer away. The faster we get there, the better. Now, when we do this second delivery, we're going to also sell some of our stuff and see what else we can buy. Of course, as we scale up, things are only going to get more expensive in scale. Now we're about 700 away. We should be able to see it over this mountain here. If we're close, I think it's over this way. And we should see something right about now. Let's see. And we're only about 700. Wait, are we floating back to the base? Well, let's drop down here and see what we can see. Keep exploring. There we go. We're close to some stuff again. Oh, only about 500 away this time. Alright, let's keep mining. Bum, bum. There we go. Ah, aluminum, nice. I don't think there's a way to tell what you're mining until you actually come up to it. I don't think there's different symbols, so our suit can identify that there's minerals here, but not necessarily what they are. Well, it's a bit like scuba diving here. Alright, couple more here. Yeah, we had to travel so far because I'm pretty sure I cleared out a ton of it near our base. Oh, nice. Magnesium. And we get to use the laser. Yep. I'm not sure if it's a... Looks like it's a tool in his hand. Yeah. Be cool if it were built into the spacesuit. There's going to be a lot of material. A lot of work. Wow. What? Ooh, silicate, okay. Can make some microchips now. And I'm pretty sure we're full. Back to base then. Alright, let's try to stay close to the surface if we can. Hopefully it'll make our traveling distance a little shorter. And our traveling time, too. Trying to keep our speed up. Nice. I didn't even know we could zoom out this far. Apparently we're getting further from the base, although it should be this direction. Well, we don't have an air leak. Alright, now we're coming closer to it again. Man, it's pretty cool. Almost feels like a great opportunity to eventually terraform this place. It'd be cool to somehow create an atmosphere and actually put trees and grass down. I see what, you know, could have once been a piece of a planet or something like that. Alright, there's the HQ again. Alright, so fuel and oxygen are getting a little low. Boy, are we speedy. We were trying to stop, but that... No hope here. Let's try the brake. Wow, we were moving. It's gonna be cool to get the ship, and then we can actually, well, hopefully be able to, like, go to different destinations and just deploy from the ship. Skybox is cool, too. We got the sun out there and what looks to be a large moon. Let's come to a stop here real quick. There we go. Just to slow down. And the HQ's over this way, right. And while we're here, we can kind of scan for more minerals, which might be closer to the base. Even though we greatly overshot. This is great, look at that. It looks like sand here or something. I feel like this was once a planet, not necessarily an asteroid. Ah, there's the base here. Now, when we first start this game, we're actually dropped off at this location by a pilot who I think is the one who then eventually comes and picks up all of our minerals. So there are people who know we're here. We're working for like a megacorp, basically. Oh, there's some minerals right up there. Perfect. We'll stop up there, too, to grab some, although it's probably rather light. Alright, let's come in for another landing. There we go. And dropped off units of ore. Cool. Let's go inside. Back inside. Nice. Food and water about halfway. We'll have to buy that soon. Let's see what we got for minerals. Oh, there we are. We see the price now. Sell magnesium ore. 1 unit, 102 credits per unit. Oh, well, look at that. We sold all ore and got to 13,000. So that was quite worth it, I'd say. As the carry-all is worth 15,000. So we're pretty close to being able to get that. And here comes the ship to pick up our ore. And, of course, more things will be dropped off that way as well. Cool. Alright, we'll keep an eye on food and water. We're not going to go too far this time, but we need a little bit more cash. I want to try to get that carry-all and see what that looks like and how it works. So right up here. Now, I feel like this game is on par with what I enjoy about Microsoft Flight Sim, American Truck Sim, Euro Truck, that kind of thing, where there's really not a goal other than just to make money and unlock upgrades and do things at your own pace. It's the type of game where it could be a game that you play all the time, a game that you play a couple of days a week, or a game that you play rarely, but it's a good... It could also be a good palate cleanser between other space games that you enjoy, where this one's quite a bit more laid back and not as, like, intense with having to progress and keep track of a lot of things. It's really, I don't know, it's almost like a home away from home. Like, instead of going to a space base, we're like at a cabin or something. And instead of fishing, we're looking for ore. And, you know, instead of, you know, worrying about a boat, we're trying to get a carry-all in order to then, you know, transport more equipment around and try to expand our base a little bit, which is nice. Alright, let's coast around a little bit and search for more ore. I do like how we can look around freely. While we kind of travel in one direction. Let's see. Now, of course, there's going to be easier ways to do this, because doing it by hand eventually will kind of take the fun out of things if we don't get some more upgrades soon. But luckily, again, this suit is pretty well upgraded, and more equipment is on the way. I can't wait to actually build some solar panels, too, which we got that sun right up there, which is nice. Oh, that looks promising. Now let's see how close we can be to identify. This area looks pretty promising. Got to be some sort of ore here. We shouldn't have to get too close. There we go. Alright, we got a couple samples near us. This area looks pretty good. I'd like to be able to maybe create a map here or something like that and kind of divide this into sectors in order to better search the surface. These could all be options that I haven't discovered yet. Alright. And another useful thing would be to also be able to see what we could, what the sale price is for some of these minerals, like in the market, without having to sell them one by one. I think that might be the only option to do that, but luckily we can kind of pick and choose what we sell. At least by not selling the first one in the list. Alright, magnesium. Oh, and that's going to be a big deposit. Nice. And wow, that's a long pickup. Ooh, that's a lot of material. Very nice. Oh, let's keep looking around. So, a very simple premise with very nice controls, honestly. I would find the spacesuit controls to be a lot more complicated on a controller, but with the mouse and keyboard, it's actually quite fluid to be able to look around and zoom around at the same time. Oh, there's some more materials. Alright, we do relatively have to be close to them, but we can hover over at a pretty good altitude. Nice. Let's go for Raptoria. I want to plant a flag. That would be cool. I want to be able to plant a flag in front of my base. Have my own little logo or something for my character. That'd be kind of cool. Alright, I think we're pretty much full here. So let's RTB. Return to base over this way. And we should be heading... fairly north now. There we go. And there's HQ. Alright, back to the bin. Big goal today if we can get that carry-all. Alright. Dropped off 17 units, wow. So the backpack must hold about 18, but perhaps each of the different minerals that we can find has a different size, and of course a different value too, or weight. Alright, let's see what we got. So back to the top of the list. Sell all ore, and that gives us 15,000. Alright, we got the carry-all. Transport and deploy structures, mobile resource drop point. Nice, so now we can stay out a lot longer, and this is going to make us a ton of money. Fantastic. Spaceship! Here comes our new delivery. Delivery complete. Good. Money well spent. Alright, we're going to need a little food and water, so let's take a little break now. We've earned it. Let's do a little food. What do you think we're getting in space, by the way? What would we have? Oof. 100 credits per, like, little month. Oh, that's like a little bit. Oh, boy. Oh, we're out of money now. Oh, wow, we even got to get that shipped in? Oh, well, then it's easily DoorDash or Grubhub coming in. Oh, it's a drone. Cool. Oh, that's got to be expensive. Well, of course it was. It was like 500 credits just for food and water. And tip and whatnot, but those drivers deserve it. Wow, there's our ship. We did it. Oh, we can actually fly it? I was picturing it actually being a drone. No way. No way. I'm impressed. Alright, so now we can fly around, and since this is a mobile drop-off point, we can just get out and do things manually. So, how do we get into this bad boy? Alright.
Sweet ride. Let's take this baby for a spin.
Hell yeah, brother. Sweet ride indeed. Damn, we got an X-Wing. Oh, these controls are the same too, okay. This is our maximum speed. And I see a little white circle there, which I guess that indicates like our trajectory, I think. Alright, let's go fly around. So we should be able to return here for maybe fuel and oxygen then. Or we'll barely use any fuel because now we're in this thing. This is cool. Oh, we got a keyboard there. Nice. Oh. Alright, we've detected some minerals already. Oh, cool. It like set down nicely. Now, wait a minute. This thing's got some lasers on it and whatnot. Is this a fighter? I'm assuming I have to get out and... Well, hold on. Let's try to mine with this thing. We got a light with it. That's cool. Land spaceship before exiting. Oh, right. So the R control is for leave. I don't see anything for mine. Darn, we still got to do it by hand. But at least we have a whip now. That's nice. And it looks cool. It's like part shuttle, part TIE fighter, part X-Wing. And we found some gold. Here comes the money. Money, money. Yeah. Oh, what? Yes, gold ore. Beautiful. Ooh, there it goes. That's cool. The rock's flying up like that. Nice. And there we go. So now, let's see. I'm assuming there's not a compartment on the ship that we have to go to. I think it'll just offload if we go inside. Ah. So we can drop off units like that. Cool. Now we can just hover around. Apparently this is our max speed, which is actually kind of good because we don't want to go too fast, really. And overshoot. Some more materials there. And over here. Nice. We haven't landed? There we go. A little picky where we land, I guess. It's still moving, but we'll find it. Alright, let's mine a bunch of materials. Now that we can stay out here for a very long time, we can drop off more than the 18 we could hold before, so that's a gargantuan upgrade. Copper ore, good. Now there was one up there. Head straight for this. Ooh, there's two deposits here. And this might be where we eventually will build a drill, perhaps. Maybe these are more permanent deposits. And these could be samples we can take from the surface. This is a great spot. Music's catchy too. Alright, that magnesium's gonna fill us up over half. Bum 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 bum. Couple deposits over there. Holy crap. That is a lot of magnesium.
Backpack is full.
No kidding. Wow. Alright, back to the ship. Alright, we need to name our ship. If you've watched this far in the video, I need to get some good names. So give me a good name for the ship down below in the comments section. We gotta name this thing. It's kind of a light blue color. Kind of a... I don't know, it's like a silver, blue, teal. It's nice. Wow, let's fly a little closer to that deposit. Alright, this is a good spot. Good. This is the money maker right here. It's got some attachments on it. I'm hoping that we can buy some stuff in the shop. I'm also hoping this gives us a ton of money. Alright, hydrocarbon, good. What have we seen so far? Hydrocarbon, copper, aluminum, gold. Maybe there's diamonds? Is that something that... Is diamonds something that happens naturally in space? I suppose so, right? I mean... But then again, diamonds... Does that suggest life? Because coal and that's carbon? But then there's a lot of carbon-based stuff, right? Huh. I'm gonna have to look that up. And yes, I would like to know more. Well, that was a quick deposit. Alright, there was some over here. Ooh, lots over here. Ah, this is a great spot for the ship. Aluminium. Aluminum. Ah, there's one of the deposits right there. So this is where we can build a drill. So our ship is going to help to carry out some sort of a drill and put it right here. And this is likely iron ore because we just found a deposit nearby. It's not guaranteed, but I wonder if we come here, which, wow, look at how close we got to get. But these are the deposits we'll be on the lookout for in the ship. They kind of look like a flaky... They almost look like a dried bar of soap, but does it tell us what's here?
I have to purchase an extractor first.
Okay, but it won't tell us what the deposit is. Now, my assumption is that when we put down an extractor, we'll just have to come here and check from time to time. And then it'll almost be like when you do crab fishing or whatnot. You know, you come back to basically check the traps from time to time and see when they're full. Take all the materials that you've gathered and then start offloading them into your ship. Oh, we're going to be full here in about a scoop. Alright, back to the ship. Nice. That thing looks damn cool, dude. That does not look like a utility ship at all. It's called the Carry-All, but that's a good name for it. But man, this thing looks like a weapon of war. It's sleek. Maybe it used to be like a military craft and then weapons decommissioned to be a mining ship. Alright, looks like the spaceship ore is about halfway. Oh, there's some more deposits there. There we go. Anything else? Oh, there is some. The ship is so good to get you in the general area, and it keeps our fuel and oxygen up. You know, honestly, I don't even see the stats for food or water on the screen at the moment, so I don't even know when I should return for food and water. Maybe we get that report in the ship. I guess the immediate concern would be fuel and suit integrity. And oxygen, because without those, we ain't getting home. And you die of asphyxiation before starvation or dehydration. Anything else? Alright, back to the ship then. I like how we can drop it off by just touching the ship, so there is pretty much a like a container on any side or some sort of a hatch. Pretty cool. Alright. I guess the goal is really not to go home until we got the spaceship full, but I'm curious at this point, if we're halfway full and we drop this off, what would we get if we double it? Let's return to base. Yep, more ore there. Well, we'll drop off our stuff and double it in our mine and see what we got. Back to base we go. Bum, bum. Alright. So I don't think we have to land on the pad, and I think this thing essentially... Well, actually, I was going to say it has unlimited fuel, but it does not. Unless that fuel means our fuel. Is in our spacesuit. Wow. Like a glove. Alright, so that was 50 units of ore, so this thing must hold 100. Damn, that was a damn good parking job. Proud of myself. Also, I don't think we get to choose where that goes on the base for the landing spot, but I mean, that's a pretty good spot, literally next door. Alright, we got nothing on us. Looks like fuel is full again, so I would imagine if we bring that back to the pod, it's free fuel. Or the pad. Alright, let's check what we got now. So we need some food and water. Let's sell everything we got. Wow, that thing paid for itself in one trip. We're back up to 15,000. Wow. Alright, that thing certainly paid for itself, 100%. Alright, so what do we want next? Oh, well, yeah, so we have greenhouses. We can buy a greenhouse. That'd be cool. Storage upgrades, solar panels, drone pads. Oh. Buy and operate drones for transporting resources. Oh, so we wouldn't have to pick it up ourselves. We can eventually get drones to go to the extractors. Okay. So we can buy an ore extractor for 100,000. I think I want to do that. Let's do that. Extractor purchased and placed on spaceship. Excellent. The next thing I wanted to build was the greenhouse, which will give us food. I wonder how we would get water, though. There Actually, I wonder if we'll have to buy water in order to do that, but we have a composite refinery. Ah, we do have refineries. Cool. So, yeah, we can actually smelt all that stuff like, well, maybe we can smelt silicate into glass. We can smelt iron ore and copper into ingots, or just more of a purified metal or whatever. We can also move buildings, too. That's awesome. Yeah, so greenhouse for our base, solar panels, beautiful. How come we can't have windmills? That doesn't make sense. Crazy. But hey, now we're going to have our extractors, so I wonder how this is going to look. I'm imagining it's just packed away in the ship. And we might have some sort of a compartment for a larger cargo behind us. Now, the more we add on to this base, too, our power is going to drop from 50 to less and less and less. So as we place down this extractor, it might be self-sufficient. Boy, now we're going to have to find a place to extract. I honestly don't remember where that is, so... let's go perusing. But we know what we're looking for, kind of like a flaky surface. It's got to look like the crust of a pastry. Alright, I think we may have found a deposit right there. I don't know if this is the same spot we were in before, but there looks to be one there and maybe there. So we're going to go check these out quick and see what we can find. A little touchdown. There we go. Alright, so this might be one. Yeah, this might be the iron ore we found before. Not entirely sure. It's kind of hard to tell with all the plain gray, white rockiness, but, you know. Alright, that seems to be something. Let's make our way over there. There we go. There it goes. Cool. So I wonder what makes it detect whether or not the extractor is... like, you have to purchase the extractor, and then they say it's loaded on your ship, but I wonder if you just left your base and then came here, if it would just, like, magically build. As if it's implied that, I don't know, if you find the source, then somehow the ship will auto-fly to you or something like that, but... ah, there it is. Well, there we go. So now we have our extractor. Look at that. So I'm assuming this is iron ore, although it's impossible for me to tell at the moment. But still pretty cool. So when this thing gets full, it'll probably have an R next to it, and then we'll be able to pick up, hopefully like 50 or so minerals. Maybe we can find more than just that here. But this looks sweet. Super cool. I like it. Alright guys, that's it for today's episode of Belt Colony. A lot of stuff done. We bought a new ship, we got an extractor, and we have more money for base upgrades, including our greenhouse and possible solar panels in the future, but I think we should probably buy those first and then buy stuff for the base so it'll actually work. Thanks again for watching. You can again get this game with the link down below in the description, and or remember, it's 30% off until the 30th of January. Otherwise, check it out anytime. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye, everyone. Bye-bye.